Hi everyone, so today I'm here with part 1 of my August book haul. Because I've left it so late to film this, I have a hell of a lot of books to show you guys because I filmed my July book haul quite early on in the month, so I got quite a few books at the end of July and quite a few books this month. So the first part of this book haul is going to be all the physical books that I can show you, like books I've bought, books I've won and library books that I've got. And part 2 will be review books that I've got from NetGalley and Edelweiss and also ebooks that I've bought. So let's get started on part 1 because I have a lot of books sitting here. Okay, so the first book I bought in the past month was Parasite Positive by Scott Westerfeld. I picked this up in a charity shop because I have the second book in the series, Last Days, and I'd had this forever and I wouldn't be able to read it if I didn't have the first one. So it was like 49p or something, so I was like, why not? The second book I got was Dreamless by Josephine Angelini. I also picked this up in a charity shop. I own the first book and the second book on my Kindle, and I had the first and the third book in physical form, so I thought I would just get this really cheap, so I have all 3 books in physical form. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got this cheap. The next 2 books I got, I picked up in WH Smith's Buy One Get One for a Pound. The first book I picked up was The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen. I absolutely adore Sarah Dessen books, so when I saw this was in the offer, I was like, I'm just going to get it. And along with The Moon and More, I picked up Invisibility by Andrea Kremer and David Levithan. I've been wanting this one for ages. It's been sitting on my wish list for about, I don't know how long it's been there, but I was dying to get my hands on it, and I just jumped at the chance to get it when they were in the offer. So I am really looking forward to reading both of these. The next book I got was The Silver Linings Playlist by Matthew Quick. I'd been really wanting to read this book so I could watch the movie, and I actually really enjoyed the book. It was really interesting and different, and I watched the movie and the movie was very different from the book, but I still really enjoyed both of them. And then I got If You Find Me by Emily Murdoch. I'd seen so many fantastic reviews of this, and I just thought that I would pick it up, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was a beautifully written novel, very emotional, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. The next 3 books I picked up in a charity shop as well. I picked up The Awakening and The Reckoning by Kelly Armstrong, and these were about £1 each, and they're in pretty good condition actually, they're not that bad. I read The Summoning last month. I bought it from the library and I couldn't bother waiting to get them in from the library, so when I saw them I was like, I'm just going to buy them. And the third book I got from the charity shop was What Happens to Goodbye by Sarah Dessen. I haven't read this one yet and I really like the white covers, so yeah, I can't wait to read this one. And the last book that I bought, I ordered yesterday actually, and it arrived this morning. It was Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I read Shadow and Bone during the Bout of Books readathon and I fell in love with it, so I just had to get my hands on the sequel and find out what happens because I really love this world and it's fantastic and I cannot wait to dive back into it. So now on to the books I won this month. I won 3 books this month. The first book I won was Grishma by Kellyanne Blount. I won this in the Summer Lovin' readathon, so yeah, big thanks to Kellyanne Blount and Reviewing Wonderland for this. It's also signed on the inside, so yeah, and actually sounds really good and I'm quite intrigued to read it now. The second book I won this month was My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I have already read this because I absolutely adored it. Thank you so much to Daisy from A Thousand Lives with Daisy for hosting her giveaway, and I won and she got me this, so yeah, I absolutely loved this book. And the last book I won was Forgive Me Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick. I won this in a Goodreads giveaway, so thank you to Goodreads and Headline for this. After reading the Silver Linings Playbook, I am really looking forward to this one. It sounds like it's going to make me cry probably, so yeah, but I am really looking forward to reading it. So now on to the library books I got this month. I did have a lot more, but I've returned quite a few of them because I finished them or I just wasn't going to get around to reading them. So these are the ones that I know that I'm definitely going to get around to reading, hopefully within the next month. So the first one I got was Insatiable by Meg Cabot. This is her adult fantasy series, I think. I adore Meg Cabot's writing. I read a hell of a lot of Meg Cabot books when I was younger, and I read her Queen of Babel series last month, so I'm really looking forward to starting this one because it sounds awesome. And then I got White Cat by Holly Black. I was actually really surprised to see this in the library because I haven't seen it in bookstores in Glasgow, so I was really excited to see this because I've never read a Holly Black book, but I've heard a lot of good things about this series, so I cannot wait to start it. And then I picked up Wedding Night by Sophie Kinsella. I read I've Got Your Number and I adored it, and that was my first Sophie Kinsella book, so I really want to try more of her books, so I'm really looking forward to this one as well. The next book I got was Inside Out by Maria V. Snyder. I've heard a lot of great things about Maria V. Snyder's books, and when I saw this in the library, I just had to pick it up. I was like, I have to read this, really have to read it. So that's how I ended up with this one. And then I picked up Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick this up at all, but I thought I'll just give it a shot. I know there's been a lot of mixed reviews for this one, but it sounds good, but we'll just have to wait and see if I enjoy it or not. And then I picked up The Rise of Nine by Pittacus Lore. I was so excited to see this in the library because every time I go in, it's not there. So yeah, I was ecstatic to get this one because after that ending of The Power of Six, I want to know what happens in this one now. And the last 3 books I got from the library were books that I had to order in and reserve because I just couldn't wait to get them. The first 2 books are books 5 and 6 in the Soul Streamer series. So we have If I Die and Before I Wake. I'm waiting on With All My Soul, which I have also reserved, but someone's got it out just now. So I just have to wait for them to come in and then I can finish this series. I've already started reading this one because I just want to know what happens. And the third and last book that I got from the library that I'd ordered was Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I read Cinder during the Better Books Readathon as well, and everyone was telling me to get Scarlet and just read it, especially Ula. She said it's fantastic, so I'm really looking forward to this one because I loved Cinder. The only thing that spoiled Cinder for me was the fact that I guessed the big main twist at the start of the book, so yeah, but this one sounds like it's going to be fantastic. So that was part 1 of my book haul. I apologise if it was long. I didn't realise how many books I got until I piled them all up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I should have part 2 up either tomorrow or the day after, hopefully. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone.